Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. We're ready for chapter 17, The Fisherman's Town. Gently then, very gently, the doctor woke the man up. But just at that moment, the match went out. The man thought it was Ben Ali, the Barbary dragon, coming back, and he began to punch at the doctor in the dark. But when John Dolittle told him who it was, and that he had his little nephew safe on his ship, the man was tremendously glad. He said he was sorry he had punched at the doctor. He had not hurt him much, though, because it was too dark to punch properly. Then he gave the doctor a peppermint. And the man told how the Barbary dragon had put him onto this rock and left him there when he wouldn't promise to become a pirate. He had slept down in the hole because there was no house on the rock to keep him warm. And then he said, "For 4 days I have had nothing to eat or drink. I have lived on peppermints." "There you are," said Jip. "What did I tell you?" So they struck some matches and made their way out through the tunnel into the daylight. Then the doctor hurried the man down to the boat to get some soup. When the animals and the little boy saw the doctor and Jip coming back to the ship with a red-headed man, they began to cheer and yell and dance about the boat. And the swallows up above started whistling at the top of their voices. The noise they made was so great that sailors far out at sea thought that a terrible storm was coming. "Hark to that wind howling in the east," they said. And Jip was awfully proud of himself, though he tried hard not to look stuck up. When Dab Dab came to him and said, "Jip, I had no idea you were so clever," he just tossed his head and answered, "Oh, that's nothing special. But it takes a dog to find a man, you know. Birds are no good for a game like that." Then the doctor asked the red-haired fisherman where his home was, and when he had told him, the doctor asked the swallows to guide the ship there first. They came at last to the fisherman's land. There they saw a little fishing town at the foot of a rocky mountain. The man pointed out the house where he lived, and while they were letting down the anchor, the little boy's mother, who was also the man's sister, came running down to the shore to meet them, laughing and crying at the same time. She had been sitting on a hill for 20 days, watching the sea and waiting for them to return. And she kissed the doctor many times so that he giggled and blushed, and she tried to kiss Jip too, but he ran away and hid inside the ship. The fisherman and his sister didn't want the doctor to go away again in a hurry. They begged him to spend a few days with them. So John Dolittle and his animals had to stay at their house a whole Saturday and Sunday and half of Monday. And all the little boys of the fishing village went down to the beach and pointed at the great ship. They said to one another in whispers, "Look, that was a pirate ship. Ben Ali's, the most terrible pirate that had ever sailed the 7 seas. That old gentleman with the high hat, he took the ship away from the Barbary dragon. He made that pirate into a birdseed farmer. Look at that great red sails. Isn't she a grand ship and fast, my?" All this time in the little fishing town, the people kept asking him out to teas and dinners and parties. All the ladies sent him boxes of flowers and candies, and the village band played tunes under his window every night. At last, the doctor said, Good people, I must go home now. You have really been most kind. I shall always remember it, but I must go home, for I have things to do." Just then, as the doctor was about to leave, the mayor of the town came down the street, and a lot of other people in grand clothes with him. The mayor stopped before the house where the doctor was staying. Everybody in the village gathered around to see what was going to happen. 6 boys blew on shining trumpets to make the people stop talking. Then the doctor came out onto the steps, and the mayor said, "Dr. John Dolittle, it is a great pleasure for me to present to the man who rid the seas of the dragon of Barbary this little token from the grateful people of our town." The mayor opened a tissue paper packet and handed it to the doctor, a beautiful watch with real diamonds in the back. Then the mayor pulled something else from his pocket. "Where is the dog?" he said. Then everybody started to hunt for Jip. And at last, Dab Dab found him on the other side of the village in the stable yard. There all the dogs of the countryside were standing around him, speechless with great respect. Jip was brought to the doctor's side. A great murmur of wonder went up from the village folk as the mayor bent down and fastened a dog collar made of solid gold around Jip's neck. Written on the collar in big letters were these words, Jip, the cleverest dog in the world. Ooh, we have a double picture. Since that was a lot of words, we had 2 pages full of words this time. Hope everybody got to see. Then the whole crowd moved down to the beach to see them off. The red-haired fisherman and his sister and the little boy had thanked the doctor and his dog over and over and over again. Then the great swift ship with the red sails was turned once more toward Puddleby, and they sailed out to the sea while the village band played music on the shore. And tomorrow we're going to finish it up with Home Again. I'll see you then.